Welcome to another Hidden Gems video. I'm a bit more busy currently, so my output might be a bit lower these days, but I hope you're still going to enjoy these impressions from a random collection of games that I really enjoyed. Leaving a like or subscribing to the channel really does help, so if you enjoy these videos, I'd love the support. And now, enjoy the video. The Floor's Jelly was one of my favorite indies the year it came out. It's an action puzzle platformer with Jello physics and great soundtrack. You jump and sink into Jello and use that to propel yourself towards the goal in each level. It's well polished and an all-around blast to play, and you might be surprised how challenging the levels can become later on with that seemingly simple concept. I definitely recommend to keep playing if you enjoy the mechanics, even if you think it's a bit simple, as it develops in very intriguing ways. Highly recommended, and it never got the attention it deserves. Fortune 499 is technically a deck building game about rock, paper, scissors. Literally. You defeat monsters by drawing cards from your deck to increase the likelihood of them choosing rock, paper, or scissors. Using more cards allows you to better predict the future, while using less cards means more money for you. The art style is simple but charming, the combat RPG mechanics are unique, the music is good, and even though its mechanics are still relatively straightforward, constant small additions like new spells keep the gameplay continuously interesting. Halloween Forever is a challenging retro platformer in the vein of Ghosts and Goblins. It has several unlockable characters, quite a few secrets, some cool boss fight designs, and a ton of accessibility options. I really enjoyed my time with it once I turned on Friendly Continues, which allows you to restart at the beginning of an area instead of the whole level. If you enjoy retro style platformers, you will absolutely love this one as well. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is probably one of the best indie RPGs you haven't played yet. The closest I could thematically describe it as is a mix of Undertale and Earthbound. A mysterious force is corrupting the world, and you and your shape-shifting powers are trying to take it back. It's a 30 to 50 hour RPG, has incredibly satisfying level up mechanics, and a thoroughly unique world. It's fun, original, and probably the most entertaining classic RPG experience I had in ages.
I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant.
Sagebrush is one of those games that will stick with you long after you've finished it. It is basically a walking simulator adventure game mix in which you explore the site of a horrifying cult. The game really edges you forward constantly and intrigues you to uncover its gruesome history. I was especially surprised by the engaging audio framing the whole experience. I do have a few gripes with how the game is structured, but it's a great concept that is well worth checking out for its fantastic atmosphere and to see its gruesome story being retold.
My flock, I have wonderful news. No. My flock, I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us.
Signs of the Sojourner is honestly the visual novel with the most unique game mechanic that I have ever played. Every conversation is done through a small card game where you and your conversation partner back and forth match cards to each other. You start with a pack of cards symbolizing your previous experiences in life. By traveling the region, you start to make new experiences, which in turn allows you to adjust your deck. The way you internalize your experience then directly affects how your future self talks to other people, opening and blocking venues of conversation. It's an absolutely genius way to visualize the flow of human conversations and an engaging game experience in itself. Programming games are one of my favorite subgenres, and Silicon Zeros is another great entry in that genre. The puzzles are very challenging, and while comparable games tend to ease people into it, Silicon Zeros is a lot less forgiving. The limitations of these levels require you to work with very specific solutions, which also leads to an incredibly satisfying feeling after overcoming these challenges. It's a great game, not as breezy as other games in the genre, but that makes it a very enticing puzzle nut to crack. Speed Dating for Ghosts is a visual novel with a rather intriguing premise. Every playthrough is quick and snappy, so you can replay the experience when you have some downtime. You get to know 3 ghosts in each run, ask one of them out to get to know them more, and get some cool background and story beats from them. Even though the game is kept in a super simple style, the ghosts really feel vividly portrayed, and it's fun to figure out how they behave or what happened to them. It's a lovely game that will easily drag you into the unlife of several colorful personalities. The Stillness of the Wind is another fantastic game that crept up on me out of nowhere. Your family has left, and you are the last one in your old family home, passing your time by tending to your animals and farming your land, eagerly awaiting news from your family. It is an absolutely gorgeous and lovely tale of loneliness, happiness, loving the small things in life, and also the curse of frailty. I was expecting this game to be more of a simple, ponderous affair, but there's much more to this blend of pondering and small but fitting gameplay mechanics. I highly recommend exploring what this game offers and guiding the main character along her path, whatever it may bring. Task Force Kampas is a classic, visually charged shoot 'em up. Where other games try to add to the genre with huge genre-bending ideas, this game has a very small but very interesting idea to shape the game experience. In this game, you heal yourself by not shooting, which offers you a constant risk-reward mechanic. It also allows the developers to throw just a little more at you than what you might be used to in other similar games, and the boss designs are a clear highlight. It is simply a really good time. So that's another 10 hidden gems, and I hope you found some more games that you might enjoy. Have a great week, everyone.